Hi guys and welcome. These are your handover videos for your Bailey Unicorn Valencia. Starting off at the front, got your black hitch head here which you have to have up, and then your black lever. The black lever has to be up as well. Then you just wind down the jockey wheel onto the tow ball. Got a breakaway cable just here. Once you're on as well, this button will push itself up, exposing a green ring. You've got a handbrake just here, which is on a gas strut, so make sure you pull that all the way back. Alco ATC on this model, and then it is 13-pin electrics. So if your car does have 7-pin adaptation, make sure to bring yourself an adapter. 2 points either side and 2 points at the back, you have your insert for your legs. The legs, the caravan will come with a leg winder, or you can get yourself a 19mm drill bit and attach it to a drill and just wind it down like that. Do not attempt to jack up or level the caravan using the legs. They're only used for stabilisation. Then coming along here, this second one along, you have your insert for your mains lead. Mains lead plugs in just like so. Then starting off on the opposing side, we have first an acroll full of clean drinking water here, and your water pump. Your water pump connects into this part here by just pressing in, then it will snap down like that to lock it into place. You have a plastic cap to sit over the top of the acroll, make sure no nastiness gets in, and at the bottom you have your strainer. And I'm not going to remove it for very long, as your strainer has to sit at the bottom of the water barrel, as otherwise it will just gasp air free. So very crucial that it does that. With these, they're weighted down, so they should sit at the bottom. If you see any coughs or splutters in the water stream, then you know that it's not sat at the bottom, or there may be a kink. Just next to it, you have your flue. Your flue is used to get clean air in and out of your boiler. Don't have to do anything with this except make sure it's nice and clean. Then you've got your gas locker just here. So you've got inserts for 2 6kg gas bottles. We're using propane today, which is what I'd recommend. Got an in-date gas hose connected onto the gas bottle itself, and then connects onto this regulator just here. Once both sides are firmly connected, then twist the gas bottle in the open direction. Just behind the axle, you have 2 inserts there for your waste pipe. That's where your wastewater from both your shower and your sink will come from. You need some 28.5mm waste pipe to feed into a Wastemaster. Then lastly at the back, you have your capacity for your toilet. So this top one is your flush tank. This you just fill up by hand, get yourself a watering can. It can hold up to 12 litres. I'd recommend putting in about 10, and also a little bit of pink chemical, which works as a bleach without being corrosive, and it also makes it smell a bit nicer. Then below, you have your cassette toilet. When the cassette toilet is full, there'll be a light that flashes up on the toilet, which I'll show you in a later video. Press up on the orange handle, remove it like so. You can also additionally pull that out and extend this up to make it into a bit of a suitcase to carry along. Once you're at your emptying point on site, twist this orange head to the side, twist off that cap, and what you want to do is tilt, and at the same time as tilting, continually pressing this button here to vent. Once you've done that, what I'd recommend doing is sliding that open and twisting that, feeding in some fresh water, giving it a little bit of a shake, and again tilt and vent. Then on this cap here, you have measurements in both imperial and metric, and that is for your blue chemical. Blue chemical goes into this cap here, back into here, twist it nice and firmly on, twist the head back to the side, push, so this orange handle sits behind those white teeth, so without removing the orange handle, pressing it up, it can't be removed. Now you don't want to travel with either of these too full, so you have a little black lead here to empty out any water in your flush tank. Then underneath your right hand side seat, you have first your boiler just here. The main thing I want to note is that yellow switch valve that you can just see there. That yellow switch valve is your drain valve. When it's in its current position, that allows the flow of water to come through, and when you flick it up to the vertical position, it drains off any remaining water inside this system. I will have flicked over the drain switch to the upright position before this caravan leaves. November to March, have that up permanently, as otherwise it will just freeze the pipes and burst them, which is not covered under any warranties. So make sure that you drain it off. Then underneath your fridge you have your fuse box and also your trips. All your trips in the upright position and all your fuses in the correct position. If you need to know a little bit more about this, please have a look inside your book pack. And here we have your main control panel. This essentially operates everything bar your heating and hot water. So you've got your main on and off switch just here, and then if you want to view the amount of power coming into the van, you press this button here, which you can see right now displays 13.7. If it's a case you don't have your mains plugged in, that will give an accurate reading as to what voltage the battery is at. There we go. Then you've got lighting just here, so on and off, and you've got your awning light just here. Press that in, come to the outside. It's a bit of a sunny day, so it's hard to see, but that's working as well. Then you've got your water pump, so I'll just go from off, press that in, and it comes on just there. What you do then is wait 2 to 3 minutes, come over to your taps and open up your tap just like that. What you're looking for is a nice steady continuous stream, and that shows that there's no coughs, there's no splutters. Put it on hot, put it on cold, and there you can see nice steady continuous water. Obviously, if you've not used the caravan in a fair bit of time, it's not going to be instantaneous, but nevertheless, whenever you get inside, just give it a quick test, make sure that there's no kinks in your pipes, and make sure it's all nice and working for you. Test 1. As you can see right now, this is your home screen. It tells you the current internal temperature of the caravan, which right now it's 38 because it is ridiculously hot today. Sometimes those thermostats aren't the best. You turn on this panel using this button here. Press this menu button. There we go. And you come to this display. First up, thermometer inside the house. That is the internal temperature of the caravan that you desire. It goes up and down using this control panel just here in 0.5s. So let's say I want it at 22. It will get to that temperature and stay at that temperature. Next up, you've got the shower icon. That is for your hot water. So start off, the bar's empty. That means no hot water is active. The bar halfway will get the water temperature to around about 40 to 50 degrees. And if you have it on full capacity, that will boost the temperature of the water for 15 minutes. Prioritizing that over the actual heating of the caravan itself. And then it will drop it back down to midway afterwards. Once it's had that 15 minutes, it will then drop it back. Then you've got your energy source. So you can either run the heating and hot water off strictly mains with 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts. There we go. Do be aware that some sites, especially if they're packed, they will not have the capacity for 3 kilowatts. Or I can run it off strictly gas by pressing in on that icon. Excuse me. Or you can run on a mixture of both with either gas and 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts. Obviously, if you're plugged into mains and you don't want to use your gas, just run it off electric. Then press this panel here and you come to some additional settings. We have set this up in a way that is the most user friendly. However, if you want to have a look at your additional settings and what they do, please have a look inside your book pack again. Then to turn this off, press this button here, screen goes black, no longer working. Then we have your fridge operation. So you have a few different choices for the source. You can either have it off, like it is now, mains, 13-pin electric, so when you're plugged into your car, or gas. Flick it over to mains, and you can see the fridge lights up. If I flick it over to car battery, nothing's going to work just because we're not plugged in. However, for gas, spin it down to the bottom, and you've got this first, which is your temperature gauge. The thicker the bar, the more power coming in, the faster it's going to chill. You have this, which shows you if that is in the white zone, that means the gas isn't active. If it's in the green, that means it is. Then you have your igniter switch just here. So to get the caravan working on gas, what you have to do is flick it over there, press and hold these two buttons in. It will begin to tick in, and that bar will gradually begin to move into that green zone. Then once it's nice and firmly in there, let go, and you can see it stays there. Now when I flick it over to mains, you can see it drops back out. So this gauge as well, that is the same for all three of them. The thicker the bar, the more power. Then we've got your hob grill and oven. So first up, you've got electric plate. Just spin that to whatever gas mark you want, and it will get to that gas mark. Then everything else, it's a case of pressing in, twisting to the side, begin to feed the gas through, and pressing in on the igniter. This is what it looks like when they're all lit. And you can see here, nice blue, clean, continuous flames. And for the grill, it's the exact same. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. There we go. Both sides nice and lit. And lastly, the oven. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. And there you go. Bit hard to see on the camera just because it's a sunny day, but nice and lit again. Only other real thing to note, don't put down this glass sheet until all of them are cold to the touch, and make sure you travel with the glass sheet down. Underneath your bed just here, you have this blue box. That blue box is your brain box for your motor mover if you ever need to do anything with that. That is particular to this model of caravan. And the same, you have a little insert there for your red key, all of which I'll show you on collection. Then just here we've got your toilet operation, which you might say is bog simple. At the top you've got a button here, press it in, and you can hear that motor. That motor is what will push around any water inside the flush tank around the toilet. Then once you've done what you need to do, come to the bottom, press away on the handle, opens up the catch, pull it back and shuts it up. To remove the cassette toilet, you have to have it pulled back to you to have it shut up. When the cassette toilet is full, there'll be a red icon that comes on underneath that cassette icon. That's showing you need to empty your bog.